Drive safe. Somebody. Austin Snyder. Must have had an accident here. Fear not, for I am with you. Oh, they also have a cigarillo. Look like he smoked it marijuana. He drank that Red Bull. He must have liked it a little alcohol. All right. All right, that's Austin Snyder. Look like he was a Gator fan too. All right, let's get started. The RAMAH Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery. Look like we got some 1800 going on here. Mr. Perkins and Mrs. Perkins. Look like she died before he did. And I think that's why she's on the left side and he's on the right side. Alrighty. And it looked like he died, what, 7 years after she did? Alright. Gonna honor Mr. Frank and Miss Frances Perkins. Next to him might be a family member, Dorothy Mae Perkins Holloman. She was born March the 4th, 1919. She died September 4th, 1969. I don't have anything on these people. I haven't looked them up yet. So all I can do is read their tombstones, headstones. Lumad Nuji Perkins, 1913, 1974. So this got to be the Perkins family up here to the front. Right next to old William Brown, born January the 20th, 1908, died January the 14th, 1991. The man lived a long time. All right, and right next to him got a veteran, look like. Mr. Andrew Jackson, Tech 5 U.S. Army, World War II, November 12th, 1923 to August 29th, 1999. All right, we missed two more up here to the front. And looks like I'm not gonna be able to see this one here, but the name is Johnny Burnett, born July 15th, 19 I don't know, can't get it. I'll try to look these people up once I get back. Francis Venus Burnett, Alpha Omega, May 13, 1917 to January the 10th, 2010. Lived a long time. Look like, let me see. I ain't gonna try to add that up because I'm not good with math. Alrighty, we got a long way to go. And I'm gonna try to cover all these people. We have somebody here that must have been here for a while. Even right there, they don't even have a headstone. But once I look them up, this one don't either. However, there is something here, and it reads Claudie Oretha Jackson, 1900. Oh God, answers getting bit up to 1962. Alrighty. All right. And I think this is a black cemetery, if I will. I forgot what road it's off of, but I'll put all that in the video once I do the video. Reverend. We got a Reverend here. S.L. Brown, 1862 to 1928. I don't know how long he lived. 28 plus 40. Look like he lived about 60-something years. I don't know. I'm not good with math, so if I'm off, I'm off. Carolyn Brown, 1866 to 1932. Carolyn Brown. Got somebody here. So these are 1800s. People was born. So this cemetery here been here for a long time. Yeah, I'm getting over there. But in the meantime, we have here, in loving memory, Mary D. Terrell, April 18th, 1950 to 11/23/2023. What I like about doing these cemetery, definitely if you have family members here and I see people do cemetery videos, and I be like, oh, there go my family member. They done pulled up my family member. And I also like these here that have pictures on it, so we have a visual of who this person, how this person look. Now I'm gonna stand on the grave. I'm gonna stand on this still tombstone here. We got old Martha Lee Heftlin. Last name, I gotta move this here. Sipling, October 1st, 1919 to May 28th, 2007. Now I have to read it out like this here, and I'm doing some talking because when I look these people up and do the video, I want to make sure I have the correct information, because a lot of times it be blurry and I can't see what it is that I was recording. Walter V. Sipling. Okay, I can see that very well. PFC, I don't know what PFC means. U.S. Army, World War II. Okay. Had a man that I talked to that was in the army, that was in the war. He was in the Vietnam War. Talked to him yesterday, and the man told me, say that they just told him, go out there and have fun killing people. I said, y'all didn't fight the people in the war? He was like, no, we didn't fight other military people. We just fought anybody, because they could have been dressed any kind of way, and they don't know who is who. Military people could have been dressed in civilian clothing, so they just had to kill everybody over there at Vietnam when he went. So and he said they told him to have fun. Allen F. Tate, September 29th, 1859. See if I can do some digging up, because I'm going to need to know when I look up these people and do the video. 1931 is when he died. 1931, 1859. Let me see, 60 plus 30. 60 plus 30, that's 90. This man lived a long time. 1859. Oh, right then. 1862, right next to him. Let me see, his last name was Tate, and this is Maddie Tate. I don't know if this was his wife. Could be. Let's see. 1862 to July the, let me see, July the 4th, 1862. Now, I ain't gonna dig no deep. There's a lot of ants right there. They black ants, but still. I don't want to put my fingers down there. Oh, somebody said morning, people. Morning to you. This is a morning, because we're at a cemetery, so people did mourn. So I would say this is a morning. For those that's watching the video or going to watch the video and have family members out here, and probably bring us some memories. Mary G. Brown, 1887, 1975. I hope you guys can hear me. I really do, because last time I went live the other day, they couldn't hear me. So we got a lot of them that don't have no identity. But that's all right. They're at a cemetery, though. They're not thrown by the wayside. They're here at a cemetery. Now, these people here probably couldn't afford a headstone, but it looked like this is somebody recent put that there within some years. So still probably got some family members alive, and this person here as well. No headstone. Shoes on your feet. Is somebody right there? All right, let's get into the meat of it. Beloved wife and mother, we got Miss Lewis S. Gardner, February the 22nd, 1924 to April 11, 2020. Love lives on, she says, or they says. She lived a pretty long life, so that's a good thing. And here we also have beloved father and husband, got to be her husband, was born 1918, February 22nd, died May 25th, 2000. So he died in the year 2000. His wife died 20 years later. He was born 1918. She was born 1924. So he had a wife that was younger than him. Okay, now I see a headstone now. All these headstones, if you notice that they're facing the east. Now we might run into some that's facing the west, and if we do, somebody said hey, somebody said morning. Who is that, Jess? All right, Jess, what's going on? I see you done visit my channel. I'm trying to get some good videos of somebody's family member might be out here at the RAMAH Missionary Baptist Church. Now here we go. We have here somebody's headstone that is facing the west. Okay, this is the first one that I found facing the west, and I don't know why they face them towards the west, but the ones that's faced towards the east, they say that they put them towards the east and have them facing there, so when Jesus come back, those that believe in Jesus and Christians or whatever, they believe that they're going to be facing the east so they can see Jesus when the rising of the sun, when Jesus come back to recruit them. All right. This one here facing the west, so I don't know what that means, but this is Mrs. Lena Thomas, born at Bellevue, Florida, August 1900. She died March 9th, 1944 at rest, so she was 44 years old. Mrs. Lena Thomas, and her headstone, as we can see, is facing the west and not the east like all the rest of the tombstones here. We also have another one here I see that's facing the east. I meant facing the west, and we're going to look and see who this is. Now that's the reason why they facing to the west. Now they had to tell their family that they wanted to be facing the west, you know, other than the east. Maybe they're not religious, I don't know, but oh well, here we go. Corey Anner, Coreaner Johnson, born December 24th, 1876, died November 14th, 1924, age 46. Okay, I hope this come up very clear, because I'm not gonna be able to sometimes these videos come out blurry, so I'm trying not to move too much and start that blurriness, because some of the videos came out good and some of them came out. Here we go again. Here we go again. Another vet. Says Eugene H. Mays, PVT. I don't know what PVT stands for. I'm going to look it up when I get back to the house. U.S. Army, World War II, 1922 to 1986. Now, there's a lot of people out here that I'm noticing was in World War II. So this, and like I said, this is a, I believe this is a black cemetery. So, yeah. I'm gonna have to leave it at that. Now we're gonna get back to business. This is December 25th, 2025, and it's Florida, Bellevue, Florida, and it feels like it's 100 degrees out here, but I think it's only a good 82 probably. Elizabeth Johnson. Now it says January the 24th, 1912 to May 22nd, 1996. Now she died in 1996. I was graduating around that time. So I was an adult then. That's when I became an adult. So that was around a good time for me. All right, now we have some here. Now we have what, 3 here that don't have any headstones, so I can't identify these people. And but one of them here is Ari Grant, 1900 to 1991. Lived 91 years, and Summers Funeral Home was the funeral home back then, or in 1991 that they chose to go to have their deceased ones put out here. All right. Mary Fowler said hi. Hey, Mary. In loving memory, Olin Smith Jones, February 23rd, 1954 to April 8th, 2004. I don't know how long they lived. Let me see. I guess 50 years. Yeah, about 50 years. The devoted mother and friend. Summers Funeral Home, another one. That Summers Funeral Home. Summers Funeral Home must be popular out here. Gotta be. All right. I'm not paying attention to these names. I should have been paying attention. You see who's some kin to who. In loving memory, Teresa H. Brown, July 12th, 1922 to 2018. Now, I'm going to look these people up. I'm curious to know how they passed away, if it's any write-up on them. I want to know. All right. Beloved father, James W. Brown, Sr., November 20th, 1912, August 8th, 2001. So I have to read these out. So when I do the video, I would know exactly. Now, see this here spot here? Now, this must be a family over here. But we finna find out. All right. And Mr. Adam Wu died recently, and I see a lot of people honoring Mr. Adam Wu. And Mr. Adam Wu, I was looking at him, and his last video was the other day, which was like 2 days before Christmas, and he had done put up his little Christmas decorations, and next thing you know, he's dead. He's a YouTuber. Mr. Adam Wu. Seems like a lot of people like All right. All right, now, so I'm just going to say, because this one right here, I don't like to do too much, but since I'm doing a video, oh, boy. Okay. Patrice McMillan. Patrice McMillan. Now, this is kind of strange here. I don't know how to read this. Patrice McMillan. Yeah. I don't know how to read this one because it got a 10 there, 1911. This says 1993. There's a 10 and a 4 there, but it don't have a month. So, I don't know how to read that one, so I'm kind of stuck. All right. Going on to the next one. So I'm going to say this is Christine F. Helen, July the 28th, look like, 1934, to died December 10th, 1995. Heftlin. Here we go again. We have another veteran here, PFC. I don't know what PFC stands for, but this one here fought in the U.S. Army Korea. So Mr. Louis Faison, February the 2nd, 1933, he was born and died January the 30th, 2000. So I don't know if this means that he fought in the Korea War. I don't know. Somebody can leave it in the comments and let me know. I don't know anything about the military. Now look at here. Look at here. Now this the Faison family. We got a lot of vets that was in the Faison family. And ain't this Mr. Faison yet? This Mr. Faison. Mr. Faison here was in the Korean War. And then we got his family here. We got 2 more that was in the military. And we're going to find out. Now, he was in the Korea War, but this one here, Mr. Mayo Faison Jr., Sergeant, U.S. Army, September 12th, 1947 to 2010, December 11th. So Mr. James Faison over there, he was born in 1942. This one, he was born in 1947, so I guess they had to be brothers. All right. Now, this may be their mother. Now, what it is, a spider that was crawling? All kind of bugs out here. Hope they don't get on me. Miss Viola J. Faison, May 10th, 1910. Let me move this right here so when I do the picture of it. May 10th, 1910, May 16th, 2005. Ain't that something? Now, Samuel funeral home buried her. This must be, yeah, they used Samuel funeral home. But this one here, she died 6 days after her birthday. Miss Viola J. I'm gonna have to get back and do a better picture than this so I can take a good picture. All right, Mr. Deacon Mayo Faison, August 9th, 1910, May 21st, 2006. Now I'm gonna have to step back so when so when I take that picture and do the video, we're gonna do it right. Oh man, I'm getting stuck. All right, yeah, look at that. We got a little ways to go at the RAMAH Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery. I don't know if the church is across the street, but if it is, I will go over there and take a picture of it. All right, now you got to move, cause I got to get a good picture of this. All right, here we go. And I think this is the brother, what's his name, that's behind me. And they all went into the military. James Faison, SP4. I don't know what SP4 means, but somebody might can tell me in the comments. U.S. Army, December 13th, 1942, he was born, and he died in 2017, January the 13th. All right, 1941. So these got to be some other brothers here. Freddie B. Walker. All right. So what I'm thinking is, this is, they saying Walker, but this is Carrie Bell Faison. She's part of the Faison family, and so her husband got buried right here inside of the Faison. I don't know what to call this. The Faison groups over here inside of their little apartment buildings where they live at. This is where their final resting place. So their address. All right. Freddie B. Walker Sr. He married into the Faison's family, and he's buried over here. Him and his wife. His wife Carrie Bell Faison. He's Freddie B. Sr. February 17, 1941, he was born. November 26, 2021, he died. So he was around the same age, Carrie's brothers. But for picture purposes, I'm gonna have to do this here. And I'm gonna have to go back so I can get a better picture of them two together. All right, so this the Faison family. I know there was a family of folks. All right, now we got some dirt that's piled up in these little spots here. I don't know what this little dirt is right here. I don't know. Maybe some animal cemetery plot. Bessie Mae, Miss Bessie Mae Burrs. I wonder how she lived her life. We're gonna have to look Miss Bessie Mae up and see how she had done passed away. Loving wife and mother, Bessie Mae Burrs, September 20th, 1938, May 25th, 2020. Now, I don't see any more Burrs family, but that's around here. So, what we're gonna do now, look like we see another address that's a family address that has some family members, because they all piled up in the same spot, and they got a cover on this here. So now we get to probably see a picture. But good thing I'm coming to see it now, because it look like it's fading away, so she might have been here for a little while. All right, Miss Cynthia Diane King, 1957, April 6th. She was born April 6th, 1957. She died February 5th, 2021. Snow's Funeral Home buried her. Now we're gonna get a close-up look. I don't know if you guys can see her, but this is Miss Cynthia Diane. So this here been here ever since 2021. So when it's kind of fading. So here it is, 2025, December 25th, 2025. And it's fading away. So when you buy these here and purchase these here, they fade away within 5 years. They start fading away. So you may need to update them. So I don't know if you know, if I want to keep on spending money updating them. But here we go. In loving memory, Betty King Walker. Look how they spelled Miss Betty. I think I'm just pronouncing it right. Betty. June 3rd, 1941, October 12th, 2018. Sellers Funeral Home. Now, Sellers Funeral Home did Miss Betty, and Snow's Funeral Home did Miss Cynthia Diane. We have a, now look at this here. Now, between this here spot and that there spot, we have somebody here. I wonder if it's the same person, because I don't know who could be buried in this little spot right here, because this is a very tiny spot, and I don't know if another casket can fit in between these two, but we finna see. When I die, don't spend any more money on my butt. My daddy told me, say, you don't spend money on dead people. It's the living that need the money. Say, y'all need the money, so don't be putting all that money on me. So I tried my best to honor his wishes, but you know, when you got other family members that want to show off for the people, then it makes it hard for you alone to try to honor your dead loved one's wishes. And that was my daddy, so I should have spoke up, but I didn't. And I feel some type of way about it. So if somebody, you know, when you say don't spend no money on you like that right there, make sure they honor it, or do it yourself, you know. That way you ain't got to worry about it. This name here, we can't hardly see it, but it's spelled B-R-E-A-N. So I'm going to say Bren, and L-E-K-E-I-T-H, Lakeith Bailey, B-A-I-L-E-Y. Hampton, born April 21st, 2011. And you know what? That's all they have. So that means that Bren Lakeith Bailey had to probably died at birth, and that's why there's only a small little space here. And I knew something was going on, because I knew another whole adult casket couldn't fit there. But here we go. All right, moving right along. Beloved Delia Blackwell Simmons, and I may be pronouncing the names wrong, but that's okay. May 28th, 1875, October 13th, 1966. So 66 plus 75, look like they lived about a good almost probably 90 years almost. So that's pretty good. Lived a long life. You don't want to live forever, because everybody that you know gonna be dead, and you'll just be around here and nobody. This is true. Somebody said this is true. All right. Let me see, who is that? Mr. Good Citizen, 1999-14. I have to remember him. All right. Delia C. King, February 16, 1920, June 13, 1996. So this person here lived a pretty long life. And I'm out here today just in case there's family members out here that's still alive. Probably some grandchildren, great-grands, or what have you. And those, you know, great nieces and nephews, I'm quite sure that maybe some kin. Alvin J. King. Alvin J. King. Now, you can't hardly see this because this is dark, but December 18th, 1948, he was born. Died October 5th, 2000. So, lived about a good 52 years. Father, I stretch my hands to thee. No other help I know. All right, I'm going to have to step back so when I do the video. And I'm also on Find a Grave as well. I do Find the Graves. I come out and do videos for people, so you can get on Find a Grave. I'm OnnisLee on there, and you can request me to go to a cemetery. I'm in the Marion County area, and I can do a video of your dead loved ones. James Mitchell Curley, 32. I don't know what that means. Maybe he was 32 years old. Let me see. May the 20th, 1918. Died May 5th, 1966. I don't know what that 32 means, because I don't think that's going to total up to 32 years. That don't total up to 32 years. 1918 to 1966. No. But that's the first. Let me make sure I got a good picture of it. All right. Now, that's Mr. James Mitchell Curley. And right here, is Sally Mae Curley. Now, Miss Sally Mae, she was born April 18th, 1922. She passed away November 14th, 1949. I wonder how these people passed away. Now, here's somebody here that don't have a tombstone or a headstone, but they are buried out here. So somebody at least thought enough to, you know, give them a proper burial, even though we don't know who they are. But I may pull them up when I look this up, when I look up this cemetery and find out who they are. Now, here we go. We have another one here, look like it's facing the west when all the other headstones are facing the east. Yes, sir. We have another one here facing the west. Now, we got to find out why these cemeteries are facing the west while all the other ones are facing the east. Now, I know why the other ones are facing the east, but I need to know why the ones are facing the west. I'm about to find out. Minnie Bell Curley. Minnie Bell spelled Minniebelle, Curley. April 2nd, 1899. Died September the 6th, 1924. Age 25. Budded on earth to bloom in heaven. Now, that kind of confuses me because mainly the religious people, their headstones are facing the east. And it's saying there that she's, you know, she is religious. So, but her headstone is facing the west, while everybody else's own is facing the east. Now that means something. And I'm still hoping that somebody in the comments will let me know why you have headstones that faces the west when all the rest of them are facing the east. In loving memory of Essie Mae Heftlin. They go another Heftlin. Sunrise, July the 4th, 1927. Sunset, June 5th, 2008. Now, here's a whole nother funeral home that I haven't seen yet. Carnegie Funeral Home. Carnegie, spelled Carnegie. I'm going to have to look these places up and see what the what is. All righty, here we go. Another veteran. I'm saying veteran. I don't know if they're a veteran or not. But Booker T. Heftlin, another Heftlin. ASUS Navy, World War II, November 13, 1924 to January 8th, 2013. I don't know what ASUS Navy stands for, but I'm going to have to look that up. All right. Now, over here beside this place is I don't know what kind of place that is. I probably go a little closer to, or go out to the building and see what it's next to so people can see exactly where I'm at. All right. Geneva. I don't know how to pronounce this. These people got some names, and this is way back in 1894. She was born May 28, 1894. Died 1989. 1989. I don't know how old I was then, but I ain't finna try to calculate. The name is spelled Genivia Summers. Genevia Summers. Right next to Genevia, who was born in 1894, we have someone that was born in 1888. And it looks to me as though they are part of, see, that symbol right there? I don't know what that symbol means, but I'm quite sure somebody will know what it means, because there is a lot of them on a lot of people. I don't know how to pronounce the name right now, but Shelley Daniels, June, for picture purposes, June 26, 1888, October 11, 1967. So they lived a pretty long time, and I don't know how to calculate that. I'm not good at math, so I can't, my brain don't operate that fast. So I ain't doing that. Now there's a lot of room out here. See, you got a lot of room right there for a lot of more addresses. And so this place ain't filled up that much, but I'm quite sure they're gonna get it filled up. It's gonna be filled up in no time. But we're gonna keep it moving. And we're gonna go back here to the back. Now I probably stopped by another cemetery after I leave here. I have to think, cause see, I'm in Bellevue, Florida, and I know in the title description I spelled it wrong, but I correct that. I'm not good at spelling either. I just wasn't good at school. Now we got some people. We got some people with some pictures on them, and I'm gonna have to go to him first, cause we haven't seen nobody with a picture on in a little minute. All right, bless your heart, it says. Beloved Dad, Merritt D. Brown Sr., sunrise, June 17, 1908, sunset, April 20th, 2008. And I'm going to get a little close up on him. There you go. Mr. Merritt D. Brown Sr., who was born in 1908. My granddaddy was born in 1932, and he was like 80-something years old when he had done passed away, so I don't know how old this man would have been if he'd have kept living, born in 1908. But that's Mr. Brown. And we got Sir Nethra. Now, for you book authors out there who needs a good name for a character, you can go to the cemetery and y'all can find some good names to come up with for some characters in your book if you're a book author. All right, I'm going to have to get a little closer. Sir Nethra I. Brown. Sernether spelled Sernether. I. Brown, November 29th, 1939. Born, passed away January the 4th, 2012. Now, I'm using the word and the terms passed away. I don't know if they was passed away or if they was killed or what. But I'm doing a video, so, and I'm trying my best not to be disrespectful to anybody. Kimball A. Stuckman Jr. Kimball, so, and Jr., this was a male. But that name, Kimball, that's a unique name. Also, U.S. Army, Vietnam, they go Vietnam, May 14th, 1950, he was born. Passed away January the 24th, 2011. I mentioned earlier, I was talking to a dude that was in the Vietnam War. And he told me that they told them, go out and have fun. I said, did they tell y'all to shoot and kill those that's in the military over there in Vietnam? He said, no, because kill anybody, because we don't know who is who. Because they could be wearing regular citizen clothes and yeah, and they could be part of the military. So just have fun, just get rid of everybody. And that's what they did. So here's another one. That Kimball A. Stuckman, U.S. Navy, World War II, July 25th, 1916, he was born. And I don't know if he was killed or passed away, April 23rd, 2006. Now, I'm going to use the terms killed or passed away because I don't know, not trying to be disrespectful. So if this your family member, don't take it personal because I don't know. All right, now, here we go again. We have somebody here that has these little, I don't know what to call it, but what I am going to say now is that the ones that we saw earlier was kind of fading away and it only had been 5 years. So you're going to have to keep on put a whole new one here in a few years, just to let you know, because they're going to keep on fading away. The sun going to beat them up, the weather, what have you. But let's see. Wait a minute now. No, this is Altamise L. Grant. I had a friend that last name was Grant. December 31st, 1943. Passed away September 13th, 2010. They go Snow's funeral home again. Snow got a lot of bodies out here. They done made a lot of money off these people out here, Mr. Snow's funeral home. And so I don't know if Snow's funeral home does this here, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called, but we just gonna call it a picture print for right now. So, but that's her. That's Miss Altamise Grant. Now, Miss Altamise been out here ever since 2010, so it's 15 years later, and this is still kind of, in good shape. But the other one that we had witnessed, it was 5 years, and that one was already fading away. So I could be wrong, and I am wrong on that one. So here we go with some Reynolds now. Samay Aaron Reynolds. Samay. Now I don't know if this is a male or a female, because these names is some unique names that I've never seen before. I never heard anyone call these names before. But born January 4th, 1968, passed away July 4th, 2011. I have to read these out loud, so when I look these people up, I would actually know the exact birthday and death date. Linda Damon, born February the 20th, 1950, passed away February 27th, 2016. Now I'm going to have to just read it the way they got it on their headstones, Alpha and Omega. I don't know what that means. If that means that they are religious, if that means that they was part of a sorority, I don't know. But once again, Snow's Funeral Home Ministries got the body. So Snow's Funeral Home done made some coins out here. Snow love them when they, look at that. Now I'm gonna look and see how many Vietnam people that was out here, because that's gonna tell me a lot. Now this person right here don't have a headstone here, and but somebody thought enough of them to give them a proper burial, and they're out here. They didn't cremate them, they didn't throw them by the wayside, but they don't have a headstone. I don't know if they couldn't afford none. I don't know if these people lived alone and they was from out of state somewhere, and family, I don't know, but they're out here. All right, Mr. Nathaniel U. Brown, Florida, it says. Once again, we got that PVT. And that PVT, I don't know what that PVT means, but somebody later on gonna tell me in the comments. And I can't say anything with this here, but it says Unit AAF. I don't know nothing about the military or what these here PVTs 4117 base. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to look all that up, and I'm, for my information, for my personal information, my personal knowledge, should I say? Dang, see, I keep on getting stuck. Gee whiz, I hate that. All right, Mr. Deacon Jordan E. Brown, March 24th, 1898, January the 17th, 1974. So, yeah, like they lived about a good 76 years. And he died in 1974. So if he'd have still been living, my gosh, he'd have been up in the hundreds somewhere. All right, Mr. Vanner. Mr. Vanner, I can't see. Yeah, the storm done really messed me up on this one here. But I'm going to get the name so I can look him up. Savannah A.V. Brown, look like was born February the 7th, 1900. So I will be looking her up to see how she had done passed away. Now I'm going live right now just so I can download the video after I look these people up and do a better video and tell, how these people had done passed away or whatnot, their lives, what they contribute to the community, who they are, what have you. Whatever I can find on the people, I'm going to do it in the video. Now, here we go again with another name. A.U.S. Osborne. A.U.S. Let me get back some because you guys can't see it. Osborne Ruth. Osborne Ruth. I don't know if Ruth is the last name or not, but born January, looked like the 1st, 1903. Died July 3rd, 1965. I'll be looking up Miss or Mr. Osborne Ruth. Okay. Mr. Nathan Krumil. All right, Krumil family, don't get offended. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I'm not good at spelling. I'm just out here doing a video to honor the dead for right now. Then I'll be looking them up. PVT, once again, I don't know what PVT means. U.S. Army, World War II, October 21st, 1917. Born, passed away, or died, or was killed September 13th, 1978. But still lived a pretty good long life. So, and there we go again. A lot of people may have saying that, they done killed people or whatnot, and everybody's God creation, and these were some evil people. People look at people that kill people as evil. I don't know. But, people have difference of opinions. PVT means private in the army. Private in the army? Private in the army? So why would they be private? I don't know. I'm going to have to get into more details. I'm going to have to look that up. But thanks for, let me know that you can hear me, because the last video I did, they couldn't hear me. But thanks for that. I looked that up. Bernice Paynes, 1915, 1981. I'm gonna have to remember private when I see PVT when I'm out here with the rest of them. So somebody just gave me that information. Thanks to Odor Rulis. Odor Rulis. Okay, Rulis. I like that. All right. Mr. Rulis gave us the scoop on the PVT, or gave me the scoop, because everybody else probably already know it. Y'all probably already know what PVT meant, but I didn't. Thanks, OnnisLee. Odor Rules. Okay, Odor Rules. You know what? I might change my name to OnnisLee Rules. I like that, because we gonna be doing some ruling. Kurt Raines, 3/30/1915 to July 24th, 1994. All right, we're gonna have to find out how Mr. Kurt Raines. But then again, I can't, because see, we talking about this man was born in 1915, so there may not be nothing on the internet about him. But then again, if he did anything for the community, he probably will be. And here we go again. Somebody that don't have a headstone, but they did get a proper burial. So somebody thought, and right next to him too. So I don't know. Maybe they some kin. Maybe they couldn't have been in the military, because I'm quite sure that the military would have paid for it, to give them a headstone or something like that. But they're right next to another person that now here we go again. We got a PFC now. I know what PVT means, private, but I don't know what PFC means. But I'm gonna read it anyway. Simon Benjamin Burns, PFC, U.S. Army, World War II, born December 2nd, 1922, passed away or died or was killed March 21st, 1981. Okay, another Army person, private first class. So private first class, wait a minute. Oh, private first class. So that P means private. Okay, so I got to remember that P means private. But why do they say private? What's so private about them? What, they was undercover in the military or something? Because was they a spy or something like that? I don't know what why they have to have them called. Why is they private? So PFC is private first class. So they class them first class. So I wonder, do they got a private second class and a private third class? Oh, lowest rank? That's the lowest rank? First class is the lowest rank? Oh, I'm kind of confused. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, that means that they was a good boy, but at the same time, that's the lowest in the rank. And they have on their headstones PFC, private first class. I'm kind of confused on that one. But I haven't been in the military. I have some family members that's in the military, but I don't talk to them like that, and I think that they're not allowed to, tell certain information. So they ain't gonna, let me know. Now this person right here, I can't pronounce the name. I don't know how they did this here inscription, but I can't see it. But moving right along, I done learned some stuff today about the military. I learned something yesterday too. Wait a minute now. This one right here, not facing the east, like everybody. Not lowest rank. Sorry, not lowest rank. Sandy SL. Sandy SL. I hope I pronounced the name right. Sandy SL. But somebody gonna have to tell me sooner or later, why are these headstones facing the west? Because all the other headstones are facing the east. But then we have these here that is facing the west. And I haven't looked that up, but maybe somebody know, because there's more than just one out here. And there's a lot of families out here that have their family member facing the west. So somebody knows something. Maybe you guys have had somebody whose family member is facing the west, and y'all, have something to do with it. Somebody need to let me know in the comments. All right, I'm going to say RAMAH because I can't see. Oh, Amos. I'm going to say Amos. Now, they wrote this like somebody wrote this in pencil. So, but I'm going to read it. Amos Brown, born July the 4th, 1885. That's why it looked like it's wrote in pencil. But he was born on a holiday, though, July the 4th, 1885 now. Died May 15, 1959. It says gone but not forgotten. Now, here it is. It says that this man here was born in 1885. Now, 1885 up here in Bellevue in Marion County, there was a lot going on during that time. And a lot of these people had done ran from Marion County down south because they had the war going on right here. And they was killing folks and carrying on. And this man was born during that time. So maybe his family stayed here. They're not some of the ones. It says, Tommy McDaniel said, these here, yo, show enough. These here, yo, show enough. All right. These here, you got to tell me what that mean. Amos Brown. Yeah, it was a lot going on here in Marion County in 1885. I'm going to go over there to the, I don't think I did these. Yeah, I did them over there. I'm going to go over there to the Martin Luther King area. And they have, who that was president back then? I think that was it Roosevelt in 1885? And he did that war or what have you. But moving right along, because I don't know my history that well. And I don't want to put out the wrong information. But if I do, it's all good. Now, we got Mr. Madison here. And apparently Mr. Madison was married to Louise. And they're both passed away. Now, it says here, Mr. Robert Sr., born April 30th, 1923, died January 2nd, 2001. So, your man here lived, wait a minute. He didn't live that long. Yeah, he lived it. Yeah, I don't know how to add, y'all, so I ain't gonna do all that, but y'all can figure that out. Y'all that's good in math. His wife, she was born in 1931, so he had him a little young one. And she was what? About a good 7-8 years younger than him. January 14, 1931, she was born. She had passed away June 8th, 1962. And I'm saying passed away. I don't know if she was murdered or if she just passed away. But she passed away 1962. He passed away 2001. So he outlived her. Yeah. He really outlived her. 1962 when he passed. I wonder, did he get remarried? Learn to read, Tyrone. Okay, wait a minute. Somebody said, they putting y'all talking to me. Hold up. Let me make sure I read everybody. Tommy McDaniel. Who that? Okay, to go Sandy SL again. 82 years. Sandy's still on here. 82 years. Okay. Tommy McDaniel. Learn to read, Tyrone. All right, I will. John Beaton. 4058, say 78. 78, let me see, 78. I wonder if you're talking about this here couple, or did you put that up a long time ago and I didn't read it? back then. I'm gonna have to step back a little bit so when I take the picture, because I'm gonna find the grave and people ask me to go looking for, you know, and do their family graves. They live out of state or wherever they live at. And I'm on Find the Grave. You can look me up, OnnisLee. Type my name in. You can ask me to go in. If I'm in Marion County, you need me to go into a certain area or look up your family member and find that cemetery where they at, I sure will. And I will do a video on it. Look at all these ants. So, yeah. Got spiders here too. Now, I done been bit by some of these spiders. And my body's immune to it now. So, I don't bump up. The first time I had bumped up when the spider had bit me and my hand was swollen. My sister was like, go to the doctor, go to. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get my body immune to it. And that's what I did. So now every time I get bit, I don't swell up, just a few bumps, and that's it. Moving right along. Robert Madison Jr., October 12th, 1952, November the 7th, 2009. Now, here we go again. Y'all know I don't know how to calculate that fast. Now, I can calculate now. He told me to learn how to read. Now, I can add now, but I just can't add that fast. I'm not good at it that fast. But I'm not, yeah, probably it's my DNA. I don't know. But I ain't that good at it. But somebody here, they gave him a proper burial. No name, no headstone, but at least they gave him a proper burial. And we're gonna honor this person, whoever they are. I'm gonna look them up. When I look up this here cemetery, I'm at RAMAH Baptist, Missionary Baptist. My bad. Robert died 57 years old. Robert died 57 years old? Oh, did he? Dude, I wonder how old he was on this here picture. If he died at 57 years old, he looked like he probably was about in his early 40s. So he was in the military for about a long time. So he died at 57 years old. But he outlived his wife a very long time, She died way young. But I wonder, like I say, when things like this here happen, it makes me wonder, did they remarry? I'm quite sure he wasn't a single man all these here years. I'm quite sure not being no man. No, he had maybe a girlfriend or two. After that, he just probably didn't want to remarry. So, yeah. But, it all depends. And a lot of these women, when their husbands die years way ahead of them, a lot of them don't remarry. They just stay single. But what we have here, we got Willie R. Heftlin. Now, the Heftlin family way back there, we did the Heftlin family. They all buried back there, but it looked like they scattered out at this here cemetery. So they all over the place. The Heftlin family. Madison died 78 years old. Madison. Okay, now, I got to look and see who you said, who Madison is. Oh, Madison. Yeah, Madison. You talking about Robert Madison. 1952 to 2009. Say he died at 78 years old. Now that was a long time. Now that's what we like to see. And that's what I think all of us like to see. When they pass away at that age, I'm finna be 50 years old now. If I get a good 28 more years, I'll be grateful. I will be grateful. Okay. Willie R. Heftlin, 1915 to 1961. Now, for the sake of John Benton and Tommy McDaniel, I'm going to see if I can calculate that real quick. Like 1915 to 1961. Let me see. 1 minus the 5. That'll be 11 minus the 5. That'll be 6. No, I ain't going to be able to do it. I don't know how old they were, but 1915, let me see if I can see. 1915, 61 subtracted from 15. So I'm going to say, okay, so I'm going to just say they died in their 40s. Somebody tell me how old this person was, how old Willie Heftlin was when he had done passed away. And they got Willie Heftlin way on over here, and his family, they way on back there. I don't know why they got Mr. Heftlin way in somebody else's territory. They both called Madison. They're both called Madison. Yeah, they both is called Madison. Robert and Louise Madison. And the plot right here maybe be a Madison. I don't know. I don't know who they are. But we have some that don't have no headstones, but they do have a tag. So I'm gonna get down close because I'm gonna do the video. Like I said, I'm on Find the Grave. So people want me to look for their family members on Find the Grave. I'm in Marion County, Florida. I don't know all the cities, but you got Bellevue. You have we got On Top of the World. We have Ocala. We got Summerfield. Yeah, I do all the surrounding areas. On Top of the World. You know, so if you need me to look up your family member in Marion County, Florida, you know, holler at your boy on Find the Grave. And I'll do my best to do a video on them to honor them. And we'll go from there. Susie H. Thomas, 1895 to 1951. All right, here we go again. This person to me, 1951. Now I'm going to do this one here, 1951 from 1895 to 1951. So I'm going to say that this person here was 56 years old. Now, if I'm wrong, and I did that real quick, and y'all know I don't, you know, I can't add that fast, but I said 56 years old, 1895 to 1951. I'm saying this person was 56 years old. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know. Susie H. Thomas. All right, Miss Susie. I think you died at 56 years old. Now that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of young for me because I don't want to die at 56 years old. Because if I die at 56 years old, that's just 7 years away from here. See, and I got a lot of stuff to do. I got some more books to write. I got some old graveyards to put on social media. Because see, nobody did this here cemetery before. This cemetery ain't online. See, I'm covering all the cemeteries that's not online that nobody. Good for you. Merry Christmas. Very nice to do what you're doing. All right, Susie, 56 years old. Is that Susie? I said it. I got it right. 56 years old. I'm doing good. I'm about to pass me a math test. Yeah, let me keep on. See, I'm getting better at math. I ain't just out here now just doing cemetery graves. I'm out here learning and I'm out here getting educated and all that. So, and I'm from down south, so if I talk kind of a little good or whatever, you know. All right, Sandy Asser. Sandy, you've been on here for a long time riding. All right, Sandy. If I had anything to give away, I'd be giving it to Sandy, because Sandy done rode out with me for a little while here. Dorothy Davis, 1931 to 1970. All righty. 1931 to 1970. Huh. Y'all ain't finna get me on that one. I don't know why my brain be freezing like that. Like I can't calculate like that. Like, what's wrong with me? 1931? What, that's like 40, almost about 40 years, 39 years? I'm going to say about 39. My God, this person died at a very young age. Dorothy Davis, 39 years old. Now, when they died that young, in my mind, they probably had cancer. They probably had some type of health problem or something like that. Or they probably had a husband or old man that was kind of jealous, and I'm going to just stop right there with that one. But I don't know. But I'm going to look these people up, though. Maxine Stewart. Okay. 1952 to 1990. All right. So we looking at a good, 38 years? Is 38 years, Maxine? Golly, to go Summers Funeral Home. Summers Funeral Home got this one here. But golly, wait a minute. 1952 to 1990? Okay. Now, what I was doing in 1990, I was in high school. I just went to high school in 1990. And they done put Miss Maxine in the grave at such a young age. And I don't even think the lady reached to be 40 years old. Did she reach to be 40 years old? No, she didn't. I say about 2 years shy from 40, so about a good 38 years old. And 38 years old, so young. And the family didn't have enough money to give her a headstone. But wait a minute. Yep, Dorothy, 39 years old. Who is Dorothy? I just did Dorothy. Showing up, 39 years old. See, that's just too young. That's too young. No, if I'd have died at 39, I probably would have never had a book out. I don't think I started writing books until I was probably, no, yeah, I did write. I had written my first 2 books by 39 years old, but now I got 10 books out. So yeah, see, we can't be dying young like that. We got to take care of ourselves, and we got to stay around people that's, I mean, we gotta discern some things now. It ain't just these people hollering about they got a discerning spirit that they can discern some things. No, we all can discern who to be around and who not to be around. But check the name out though. Check the name out. Tunt. Not Tony. Tunt. Now and this person was born in 1970 with a nickname like Tunt. Ain't that something? So Miss LaTanya Floyd Williams. Now I wonder if her name was LaTanya Floyd and then she got married to a Williams. I don't know, but I be wondering some things and stuff like that when I be out here looking at these here cemetery, these headstones. But she was born October the 8th, 1970, and she passed away, died, or was killed, I don't know, August 10th, 2005. Now I'm just gonna say everything. I'm going to say she died. I'm going to say she was probably killed. I don't know. And I'm just going by, I don't know. Just like I don't know who's right here because they don't have a headstone right here. See? But what we do know is that somebody thought enough about this here person to give them a proper burial. Even though we don't have the name, but when I look up this here cemetery, I'm going to find out who all out here. And maybe I can put a name to some of these here people. And, but moving right along, we got some faces. Right here, we got a face. Now, y'all see me stepping on top of these here. We walk on, we don't know who we walking on that's passed away. May the 10th. Uh-oh, we got a Taurus in the house. 1957, June 3rd, 1994. Joyce Heftlin High. Now, you know what? Here we go again with another Heftlin that's not with the... Oh, wait a minute. So we got some more Heftlins around here. This is a whole... Now, we got the Heftlins that's way on over there. And then we got the Heftlins that's right over here. I wonder why they separated like that. Why they didn't put the family together. This is a whole nother Heftlin... I don't want to say address. What could I say? Because this is their address now. This is where their final address. So, community, home association. I'm just going to say, we're going to say the home association. This is their final home, their address. And at this home association, you got the Heftlin family over here. And then we got the Heftlin family way on over there. We did them earlier in the video. And if you're part of the Heftlin family, you can go look at the video and go back and see some of your family members that's way back there. But we're going to take a look at her again because she look like a friend of mine that I went to school with. I don't want to say her name, but yeah, she looked like an old friend of mine, Miss Joyce Heftlin High, from her beloved son, Duke. So she had a son named Duke, or she has a son out here whose name is Duke. And being that she was born in 1957 and she died in 1994, wait a minute now, how young was she when she died? Now, she was born in 1957. She died in 1994 because she looked young. She looked young. And they look like a graduate. That's a graduation picture right there. I don't know if y'all can see it good, but yeah. So 94, and now that one right there, I'm not gonna do the math on that one because I can't. But I would like to know if somebody can put in the comments how old is Miss Joyce, because she died pretty young, and we don't like to see the young out here, But they said the good die young, and as a matter of fact, the friend that I said that she reminded me of, she the one that loved to say that. She said she wanted to die young, because of that saying that the good die young. I don't want to die young. I want to die when I'm about 100 years old. I got a lot of things to do. Yep, Dorothy, 39 years old. Okay, I hadn't read that one already. So, Lily Mae Smith, 1928 to 1978. Yeah, but still, now we looking at, what, 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, 50 years old on the dot. We got Miss Lily Mae Smith died 50 years old on the dot. Cunningham Funeral Home placed her here. And, wait, 37. So, what, Joyce Heftlin was 37? 37, 57, 67, 77, 87, 97. Okay, so 97. Wait a minute, I'm confused now. 57, 67, 77, 87. That's 30. 30. Oh, okay, 37 years old. Good Lord, she died young. 37 years old. What was I doing at 37 years old? You know what? I think I wrote my first book at 37 years old. See, imagine if she'd have kept living. If she'd have kept living, I wonder, like, all these people that had done passed away, if they'd have kept living, would the world be different? I wonder if the world would be different had these people not passed away. Because, you know, if they hadn't passed away, then everything would have been different, you know? So, because they got family members and they probably would have been throwing parties and, you know, I'm just saying, everything would have been different if these people would have continued to live. And I don't know what the proper death date would be that people would want to pass away at what age, but I'm quite sure not 37. Nobody thinks that they're going to die at such a young age. We don't know when we're going to pass, but nobody picture themselves passing away at such a young age. And that's horrible. I mean, my mom is still alive. My dad, he had passed when I was 33 years old, but I was a grown man, so I'm fine with that. And I 33 years with the man. Uh-oh, it's getting blurry. I hate that. Now, I hope it don't go blurry now. I'm trying to do it with, but see, when your loved ones pass away at a age when you're an adult, that's one thing. But when they pass away and you are a child, that's a whole nother ball game. So in the process that I can't, Johnny Reading, we're gonna keep it moving. Cunningham Funeral Home had this body too. Cunningham made a lot of money out here. Born 1915, passed away 1981. Now, we know that person lived a pretty long time. So we ain't going to do the calculation on that because we look like that person, probably passed away in their 60s, which still is kind of young. And here we got Kim Young. Kim Young, she was born 1983. If you were born in 1983, you died young. And it don't say when she passed away. But yeah, she died at a young age. DJ Brown Funeral Home in Ocala, Florida, put her body here. So yeah, there we go again. Some more young, because you were born in 1983. You are like in your early 40s as of now. You would have been in your early 40s if you'd have continued living. Now, and that's just, see, I'm hitting on 50 years old, and I don't, it's not a good thing to see people when they pass away at such a young age. And here we go again. We got a baby in the home association. Sounds like a stillborn. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me too. But you know what? I don't know if this was a stillborn because I don't know what age, and I'm going to see if I can find out if they have anything, because it looks like they have a casket for this one. And, casket costs a lot of money. And if there was a baby, would they still, they'll put him in a casket. and spend all this here money. But you know, proper burial. But here's the thing. Now this may look like somebody fresh because they still don't have a headstone here. There's no headstone. No, I don't see a headstone. But this is a little baby. Now, for them to put this here brick on top, I would have rather paid for a headstone and study that right there. I'm just saying, me personally, I'd have paid for a headstone for the baby. Now, being that we're over here in this here, she could be a Heftlin, maybe some kin to the Heftlins now. I don't know. Oh, and guess what? I almost passed by Louise Sipling Hayes. Look at Louise. Look at her. Y'all see her? She look like one of the Supremes with that hairdo. So you know that right there, being that her hair looks like that. She was born, we know she was from way back in the 50s. And here we go. April the 10th, 1952. And she passed away May 20th, 1977. 1977. Now, here we go again. Now, she was born 1952 and passed away 1977. Now, I'm going to do the math on this one. 1952, and this is how I do my math. I do it by tens, because you know, like y'all know, I'm not good. Oh, 25. Somebody said 25. Let me see if they're talking about Louise Hayes. 1952, 62, 72. Yup, you talking about Louise Hayes. 25. Boy, we got, who was that said that 25? That was Salt and Pepper. Salt, 7, Pepper, 1964. 1964. Salt, I'm gonna just call you Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper been saying some, that been Salt and Pepper talking the whole while. Salt and Pepper, you fast, boy. Salt good, boy, with them ages, I tell you. And fast, too. I'd have been love to sit next to you in math class. Louis, now 25 years old. How old do you think that she was when she took this here picture? See, this the kind of stuff that I be talking about. How old do you think she was when she took this picture? And do you think that she would have thought that she was going to pass away so soon after taking this here picture? Because to me, I say she probably had to be like in high school, you know, somewhere like probably in the early 20s, probably about 21 around at that time. And then a few years later, she passed away. 18 maybe. Yeah, you think that's about 18? That look 18? And you know what? You're probably right, because it probably was a all right, Merry Christmas, Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams Lafton. Yeah. So they look like a high school picture, and 9 times out of 10, the family probably would have gave the high school picture and put it there. But 25 years old. Oh boy, 25 years old, I was still running wild. Yeah, I was still running wild. I was a little hot cop around that age. So, yeah, that's when you're having fun. That's when you really should be enjoying life, when you're 25 years old. All right. Now, we got Mr. Ralph Heftlin. See? Ralph Heftlin Sr. With that PVT. I know what that PVT means now. Private U.S. Army. And it's now, he was in the Vietnam War. I don't have any, I can't get that deep down because the earth done covered him up. But, you know, once again, okay, at 25, I had 3 kids. God, at 20, hey, at least you had them young so y'all can grow up together. That's all I'm saying, because I wouldn't want to be old having no kids and start having kids in my 30s. And here it is, by the time I'm in my 40s, they just 10 years old. I'm ready to retire. I'm ready for you. Shoot, my kids should be grown up and I should be having grandchildren when I'm in my 40s. My grandma, she had grandchildren when she was in her 40s. Yeah. If I was 25 years old, I'd have had 3 kids too. Or more than that. But I'd have made sure I had all my children by 25. I'm just saying. Now, somebody left some chicken food out here. Now, I don't know who they was feeding or what they was feeding, but in the back there is nothing but woods back there. So, and then over here, this company with these here trucks and everything, I don't know what kind of company that is over there. But chickens, I haven't seen not one chicken out here since I've been out here. And if I see a chicken, I'm going to go and do an interview on them. But nah, we were talking about the PVT, the private, which I've learned, you know, about the I don't know if they were the first class citizens in the ward or low class. I don't know, I forgot, but I have to look at the comments. Could I scroll? Yeah, I can scroll the comments and scroll back and find out. But and I'm gonna do that later because I'm gonna relook at this video again once I post it, and I'll be able to look at it when everybody else looks at it. Now we're out here at the RAMAH Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery. I have granddaughter and son, same age, LOL, both 16. Wait a minute, salt and pepper. Well, hey, private is the lowest. Oh, that's why they say private. Private is the lowest. Okay. So now I know. Tell me one time I got it. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I can remember some things though. So private is the lowest. Got that. So maybe we need to stop putting private on the headstones, letting everybody know that they was the lowest. You know, all we need to know is that they was in the military and they had done fought in the war. And he had done fought in Vietnam, that same Vietnam that I was telling y'all about, that the dude told me yesterday he was in Vietnam, and they told him go out there and just kill, have fun. That's what the United States military told the United States, military people, have fun over in Vietnam. Just go out there, kill them all. We don't care. Children, women, babies, we don't care, because they all probably be part of the military. Just have fun, he told them. Go out there and kill people. Now, I'm against that. I died once already. Okay, Mr. Williams Lafton, you did what you had a heart attack or something? You say you died, what? You had a heart attack, you had a stroke? What's up? Because I had 29 heart attacks. I started having heart attacks in 2019, and my last heart attack was 2025 at the beginning of this year. So in all, I had 29 heart attacks altogether. But that was because my doctors, they didn't like me and they kept me that way. But I survived it, and I'm out here honoring the people that did not survive it. And but Mr. Williams, what, you had a heart attack or something? Leave it in the comments so I would know. I would like to know how people survive these things. You know, I'm out here doing cemetery videos, so you know I'm kind of interested. And I'm also on Find a Grave for those of you who want me to look up your family members in Marion County. You can find me on Find a Grave and request. Put your family member's name in there, and I'll go look them up. Go find them at the cemetery and do a video on them, so you can, you know, look and see how their address is kept. And you might want to come out here and refreshen it up or whatever, but I'll do that for you. Now, what we have here, Mr. Bishop John W. Heftlin. We're in the Heftlins again. Proven qualified. Now, somebody got to tell me what that means. Proven qualified. Now, I'm a Q1B. So you got a pacemaker? No, I don't have a pacemaker. I have 3 stents in my heart in the same spot because it kept getting clotted back up because they had me on the wrong medications. So it kept getting clotted back up, and they had to keep putting a stent in the same spot. But that was the first 3 heart attacks that I had until they put me on the right medication. All the other heart attacks was because of a clot that was in my leg. It was in my lower leg, and they was telling me it was below the knee, and they was telling me that they can't go that far down to remove that clot. So I kept having heart attacks until I decided to tell them that I was going to sue them. And then they finally went and did surgery on my lower leg, and they took the clot out. So now I'm doing fine and haven't had no more heart attacks since. But that was all because the doctors didn't like me because I smoked at that time. I used to smoke cigarettes and marijuana, and they asked me did I like smoking. And I told them, yeah, I like this smoking, and don't ask me that question again. So they kept it down there because I had a smart mouth, and I kept having heart attacks. Growing accident, what that mean? Okay, tell me what that mean, Mr. Williams. Now, we're going to keep it moving till Mr. Williams get back with me. Bishop John W. Heftlin Sr. Proven... Oh, wait a minute. Growing accident? Is that what you're talking about? That's what proven qualified mean? Now, I was a Q1B. They qualified me as a Q1B, which is a qualified Medicare beneficiary. And that's because I hadn't had all those heart attacks and what have you. But they said message retracted. Message retracted. Something going on with your messages, Mr. Williams. Titus 1:6-8, 1927 to 1997. Titus 1:6-8. I'm gonna look that up. Bishop W. Heftlin. Now, he was a bishop. Now, maybe this was a religious family. The Heftlin family, they was very religious now. And because this is the RAMAH Missionary Baptist Church, and I don't know if he was the pastor of that church or whatnot. I don't know. But I will be finding out. Overseer Edith M. Heftlin. Now, could Edith be the wife of John? Because she was born in 1939 and she passed away in 2011. And Mr. John here, which is the bishop, was born in 1927 and passed away in 1997, which was what? 14 years later? I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, y'all know what to do. Put it in there. So they was married. And if they was married, and I'm just saying now, I don't know, I'm just out here doing videos, but that would mean that I ain't gonna say, because I forgot what I was gonna say, but I thought maybe, yeah, I don't even want to because I make myself look dumb if I say that. So I'm just gonna keep that to myself. But now right here, there's a lot going on right here. And I don't know why. Now, I know I ain't out here trying to make everybody headstones and new address look all clean up and everything, but if your family is out here, and they need, look at that. Oh, we got somebody that drank. What he drank? Natural ice. Now I remember natural ice back in the day. Okay, we got a message. I think William meant drowning accident, the way he died. Oh, he had drowned and they had them brought him back to life. Is that right? Huh. Well, I would like to know how I feel when all that water and stuff is all inside your lungs and stuff like that. Like, I mean, did you go unconscious? I'm quite sure you did. So, but I just would like to know, how it feels to experience a death and then come back to life. Did you see the white light? A lot of people say they saw the white light. I didn't. And I'm just saying, I had them went out twice. And they brought me back twice. And I ain't seen no white light. I'm just saying. In loving memory, Joseph L. Thomas, November 10th, 1975 to August the 12th, 2017. Carnage Funeral Home. Now, I think this is my first time, or is it my first time seeing Carnage Funeral Home? Now, y'all don't worry about me stepping on the headstones or whatnot now, because we don't know who all we stepping on everywhere we go. But nah, I think William meant drowning accident. Ain't that something? Now these some fresh looking flowers. Look at them. And you know what? Being that they some fresh looking flowers and they look nice, I'm gonna go on and sit this one back up. Cause when I do the pictures, come on now, don't fall now, get right. When I do the picture, when I do the video, I'm gonna need, okay, that's be for the picture. Okay, Missionary Mary L. Heftlin Parker, August 9th, 1952 to September 25, 2009. I can say she was 48 years old. Now I can do that math down. That was pretty easy for me right there. 48 years old, Missionary Mary L. Heftlin, and then it says Parker. Now, was she born in Heftlin and then she married a Parker? I don't know, but that's what it seems like to me. Now, these some nice looking flowers. I like flowers now. I'm just saying. I like them flowers. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Because see, now this the Parker address. This the Parker family right up in here. And here we have Samuel T. Parker Sr. 9/8/1953 to 2001, and Summers Funeral Home had him. All right, so you know what? I think they was married. Yep, she's a Heftlin, married to Samuel Parker. Now I'm gonna find out now once I do the research, once I look these people up. But I'm doing the videos now, so when I put them on Find the Grave, and if they're not on Find the Grave and I'm out here doing it, I will be putting these people on Find the Grave. So a lot of these cemeteries that I'm going to are some cemeteries that's not online. And wait, flowers could be plastic. Oh, they plastic. They are plastic. That's Carnegie. Carnegie must be around Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Carnegie. Okay. Oh, I got to be talking about that funeral home, Carnegie, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I lived in Pennsylvania for about a whole month. It was just too cold up there for me, but I liked it though. It was crowded now. I lived in Philadelphia. But I got it now, Carnegie, and I'm glad you spelled it that way so I can pronounce it right, Carnegie. Yeah, and yes, those flowers are plastic. Lula M.T. Parker, January the 22nd, 1930 to March 7th, 2014. May the work I've done speak for me. Now, she said, may the work she done speak for her. Now, I wonder, did she help build up the community? Or did she, nah, like nay. Oh, nay. Okay, Carnegie. Okay. Mark Spencer, 382. All right, Mark. I got you. Carnegie. See? Y'all helping me out. Just like going back to school. I wasn't the smartest person, but I did graduate on honors, though. I mean, it may not sound like it. I ain't been to school in a long time. And, some of that kind of go away from you, when you ain't been around for a long time. But, yeah, I'm kind of dusty. And I like to help and everything. I'm not too old to learn and not too proud to beg either. So, Lula, and I thank all of y'all for helping me. And I thank all the comments and everything. I got 8 likes on here. And I never got likes on my videos before, but I got 8 now, and I didn't even ask for them. So I'm kind of honored and glad that, people communicated with me this time. Lula M.T. Parker, January the 22nd, 1930, 2014. Now, I'm doing this here because I don't know if the video, because they say when I go live, the video it be clear. But when I look at it after I done posted, it's blurry. So I don't know. But now this person right here, I don't know. Maybe that person died on their birthday. I don't have there's nothing telling me who this person is. Let me see if I can look. No, ain't nothing there. However, maybe they're going to come back and put a headstone here. I don't know. But it looked like this person, could they have passed away on their birthday? Could it say happy birthday? Or did they just, on their birthday, they just came here and put these flowers here? Because when I look at this here, now this is an old flower. Maybe that was the first one that was here ever since they had done, been buried here. But it's a lot. It says mom forever in our hearts. So it is a female and she was a mother. And that's all I know. So until I look up these heads, this cemetery, I won't know who all out here until I look them up. Now, somebody out here by themselves, way on over here, and they do have a headstone. So let's see who we have here and how old they was when they passed away. Okay, got the mulch going all around it. All right. Oh, and she got a picture. Here we go. Look at her. Look at Miss Carey. Look at Miss Carey. All right, Miss Carey, I got to clean you off because I got to take a picture of your headstone. Yeah. Look at her. All right, that's Miss Mary. Let me give y'all a little close-up of Miss Mary. Y'all see her? Yep, that's Miss Mary. She out here at RAMAH Baptist Church cemetery. There she go, Miss Carrie S. Franklin, May 29th, 1943 to September 15, 2010. 2010 was the year that my father had passed away. And I don't know what year he was born in, but she had to be probably like 10 years older than my father. I don't know. But 1943 to 2010, let me see how old she was. I went to heaven after dying a quiet experience. You went to heaven? Now you know what? Now you know you're gonna have to tell me how heaven looked. You really gonna have to tell me. You said you went, so that means you saw something. I want to know what it was, Mr. Williams, that you saw when you went to heaven. You got to tell me about that experience. Say something. You ain't got to write a long paragraph, but just put something in there. I want to know how heaven looks. And I'm quite sure a lot of other people do too. All right. Miss Carrie S. Franklin, 1943 to 2010. I'm going to see how old she was. 1943, 53, 63, 73, 83, 93, 103. Okay. So we're going to say she was 67 years old. I did that. I did that one. All right. I'm getting good. But that's how I do mine. I count by decades. Yeah. All right. Mr. Williams. Say he had done went to heaven. Now we're going to find out how heaven looks soon as Mr. Williams tell us. Now, did I do this one right here? I don't think I did this one right here. No, I ain't did because I don't remember doing an Eric. No, I don't remember doing an Eric. So, here we go. Oh, I got another like. Somebody liked in my video. I tell you, I've been getting likes on here. I ain't never got no likes before. But I sure appreciate the likes. I wish I was monetized and I could have got paid for them, but I ain't monetized. I'm just doing this from the kindness of my heart. You know, like I said, I'm on Find the Grave. So if anybody that wants family member had passed away in Marion County and you want me to go and do their the cemetery where they're passed away at, holler at your boy on Find the Grave. Just type in my name, OnnisLee, and you'll find me. In loving memory of Eric Jessen Hayes, Alpha, May 8th, 1974. Omega, November 24th, 2006. Now, 1974. Okay, so he died at a young age. 74, 84, 94, 2004. So he died at 32 years old. Now, you know, I'm going to look and see how he passed away. Now, when I see a young man that done passed away at 30-something years old, to me, and especially if they black, I think they was killed. That just me. That just the first thing that come up, 32 years old. Mark Spencer stayed 32. Let me see. I think he talking about Eric. I got to do that again because see my mind. I was just moving along. 74, 84, 94, 2000. Yep. 32 years old. Mark, you right. But at 32, I'm just saying. To me, he probably and yeah, 2006. Look at this. Look at how it looks. The flowers are old, so you know. I would assume that he got some family members out there that'll come and put some, you know, fresh flowers. Cause the man was just 30-something years old. So you know, your sisters and brothers, if you have any, I'm gonna look at the obituary to see, you know, about Mr. Eric Jessen Hayes and you know how he lived his life and stuff and. You know, maybe they have a write-up on how he had passed away. And if he had a Facebook or a social media, I would love to see a lot of people died very young. A lot of people, Mr. John, when I tell you they died very young, but when they die young and they was born, like I say, anytime after the 80s, I feel like they have a social media account. And or was all on social media, and I like to see what their last post was. You know, see what their last post was because we don't know when we're gonna pass away. And I look at a lot of people that done passed away. You know, me doing these here videos, not necessarily could have been in an accident or cancer. You're right. Could have been an accident because you know what? So many people are dying from accidents. Oh man, every day. Each city look like they have about 3 accidents in each city that people are dying from accident. Like, what's going on? Irene Morin Woolbright. Now, if I offended somebody by saying that, you know, that he got killed, but it's a possibility though. But like you said, I'm glad you mentioned that, the accident. Yeah, because me and my sisters just was talking, and yeah, it's crazy with the accidents. They dying left and right every single day, probably as we speaking. See, Irene, 76. Oh, somebody already calculated it already. Here we go. Irene Morin Woolbright, September 27, 1934 to March 27, 2007. 76 years old when Irene had done passed. Now, if Irene was still alive today, how old would Irene be? Mark, could you give me a number of how old Miss Irene would be today if she was still alive? You know, the world would have been different. It would have been if these people were still alive, because it's a possibility. I mean, she was 70-something years old. My granddaddy died when he was like, 80-something? I got an aunt that died when she was like in her hundreds, 101. You got people that's still 100 and something that's passing away. So these people still could have been alive. And I'm quite sure things would have been different. It would have been different. Now, here we go. Another one. U.S. Army. Leonard P. Woolbright Jr., U.S. Army, February 8, 1931. Died August, or was killed, I don't know, August 20th, 2022. So I'm going to say he had done passed away, because in 2022, he wasn't in no army. He was a veteran. Yeah. Definitely if he was born in 1931, yeah, he was a veteran. And I think that he's the husband of Miss Irene, who passed at 76 years old. She was born in 1934. He was born in 1931. So I'm going to say that they was married and they side by side. So he died in 2022. She passed away in 2007. So he outlived her by, boy, y'all know my math ain't good. But it's, I want to be close when I say stuff, because I don't want to be that far off. If she died in 2007 and he died in 2022, 7, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, about 15 years apart? They passed away 15 years apart. Thank you. See, that's Mark right there. Mark got my back. Mark had my back the whole while. He been out here for a whole while, and he know I ain't good with math, but he got me together though. So now I can continue talking. So that's 15 years apart. But being that he was born in 1931, I don't think that he got with anybody else or had another partner or got remarried, because he was old by that time. You know, when you he was old by that time. And hopefully he had his family that was there, because, you know, his wife passed. And a lot of men's, you know, they get with younger women so that in hopes that the women outlive them. So when they pass away, you know, they can leave something behind or what have you. But in this case, it didn't, the dice didn't roll that way. So it didn't fall that way. Now, here we go. I don't know, maybe y'all like these cemetery videos, because some of y'all been hanging up in here for a little minute. Okay, so what I'm doing here, because I'm gonna have to do the video, on Find the Grave, I'm gonna have to put the headstone on Find the Grave, and I got to make sure that it can be seen. All right. So right here we got loving wife, mother, Gloria Royal Davenport. Alpha, November 10th, 1945. Omega, July the 7th, 2016. Now, once again, that's that Alpha and Omega. Wait a minute now. This lady here is at the foot of Emory Lee Davenport. Let's go up here and do, because see, she was born in 1945 and he was born in 1936. Somebody got something on fire. I smell smoke. Now, he was born in Emory Lee Davenport. Let's go on and get him out the way. SGM. Now, SGM. Now, I don't know what SGM stand for. I know what PVT and the other one, but I don't know what SGM stands for. To me, I'm just going to say before somebody put it in the comments that it means Sergeant Major. I don't know, but you know, somebody put it in the comment. Let me know. SGM, U.S. Army, February 2nd, 1936 to January 6th, 2016. So he's an SGM. Somebody going Sergeant Major, or is it? Are you saying Sergeant Major? Because I think that's what I had. Yeah, I think I called it right. I got it right that time. All right. Yeah. Mark is my AI. Emory L. Davenport. Emory, I'm going to say, was married to, okay, Sergeant Major. All right, thanks. Sergeant Major Gloria Royal Davenport was married to Emory L. Davenport. Now, you know what? Now, this is just me now. You know, I got to say what's on my mind. I don't know. This kind of seems strange to me. Maybe she's inside of she's in there with him. Maybe she was cremated and placed inside of there with him, because she's at his feet. She's at his foot. And usually they be side by side when they married or something like that. They usually side by side, but she's at his foot. And so what I'm gonna have to do is step back a little bit so I can put both of them and find the grave. Yeah, husband and wife. But that's kind of strange. I've never seen that before. She's at his foot. Now, I want to make sure I get everybody out here, because we almost through. We almost through. All right. Once again, I got to clear it off so I can do the picture for Find the Grave. All righty. And this is, no, that's not a good view, because this right here, the sun, the way I got to do it like this. I don't know if I got it, but all right. Thelma M. W. Johnson, July 16, 1930 to December 3rd, 2023. All right, lived a long, good life. 1930. Good Lord. Almost 100 years old. What, 7 years shy from 100? My calculation might be right now. 7 years shy from 100. Now, that just came up quick. Now, you know I ain't fast with the math. But, yeah. Now, that's a proper age that I think that we all would like to, you know, pass away 7 years shy from 100 and study in our 30s or in our 20s. Now, I don't think we've seen anybody out here in their 20s, but we saw a couple 30s. But I don't think we came across no 20s. We saw, what, about 2 babies? One on stillbirth. And the other one, we don't know, because they just have flowers around it. Don't have a name or a date or anything on it. But, yeah, I was peeling off these Sandusburg. Thelma, 93 years old. 93 years old, that's what I'm saying. 93, and we all, yeah, that's a good day. She lived a long time. She probably was ready to go too. You know, some people be like, they ready to go. She probably was. You know, people don't want to live forever now. Now, here we go. Mr. Johnny Nun. Am I pronouncing that right? Johnny Nun. PVT, private. That's the lowest in the Army. U.S. Army, World War II, May 19th, 23rd, 1923. I'm hollering 23rd. To September 5th, 1978. Okay? Now, well, look like he died in his 40s. Yeah. And so if he died in his 40s, maybe, I don't know, if he was in was World War II going on when he was in his 40s in 1978? See, I have to find out all of this. Because, see, that's going to tell me whether he was killed in the war or not. Because if World War II was going on, it wasn't going on in 1978. No, it wasn't. I was around then, so no, it wasn't. But, yeah, a PVT, private U.S. Army. Why put that on the tombstone if that's the lowest? Now, this is a black cemetery now. I'm just saying, I wouldn't put that on. If my father was in the military and he had done passed away and no, his rank at the lowest, nah, I ain't gonna put that on not on the headstone. I'm not. That's just me and my personal views. No, I don't like that. Now that you done told me what it meant, nah, I don't like it. I think it's very unnecessary. No, he is. Wait a minute. How many graves are there? It looks like a small cemetery. Where I live, there are about 1,500. It's going to be a long video. No. I've been on here for an hour, almost 2 hours now, and it's not that big of a cemetery. It's not. I did all of them. Yeah, just about all of them. Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe somebody was here. I don't know. It's just a lot of, flowers and stuff, but it feels like somebody in that spot. But there's nothing there, not even a cross or nothing to say. But I don't know. Maybe the wind blowed it from over here somewhere. I don't know. No, he is in his 50s. He's in his 50s. You got to be talking about Johnny Nunn. In his 50s, 78, 88, 98, 2008, that's 30, 2018, that's 40. Are you talking about Johnny Nunn? Johnny Nunn was in his 50s? Because if he was in his 50s, I still need to find out when World War II had done ended. Yeah, we did all these here. Yeah, we remember Mr. Madison. Yeah, I'm going to get another picture of Mr. Madison. And let me see. I think I didn't do these over here. So, no, I couldn't have did this one. Couldn't have did it. So, I'm going to have to set that to the side right quick. And so I can get this here. In loving memory of Warnell B. Maxey, June 1st, 1925 to November 6th, 2017. Retired Master Sergeant. I think that RET means retired. What year was Mr. Nunn born? Mr. Nunn was born May 19th, 1923. And he had done passed away September 5th, 1978. Yeah. May 19th, 1923 is when Mr. Nunn was born. Okay? Now, RET. I don't know what that means, but I'm just going to say it means retire. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this here flower back, right there, since that's where the family wanted it. But it's covering up, the importance of what we need to see is covering up. They put that in the wrong spot. And would I be mad? I mean, would I be wrong if I moved it to another spot? And that's where the family put it at? 35 years. Okay. 55. Say 55 years. Yes. Retire is, RET is retired. That's what I thought. And see, but I want to move that flower. I want to move it so bad because it's just covering up the importance of what people need to see when they pass by. Nobody, we're trying to keep the people alive. We're trying to not keep them alive, but, honor the dead or whatnot. So now, because I got to do these videos and I got to put these people on Find the Grave because nobody did this cemetery. It's not on social media. A lot of cemeteries in Bellevue is not on social media, but I'm going to put them on social media. So if you got some family in Bellevue, or if you want me to go and look somebody up at the cemetery and do a cemetery video on them, so you can see how they tombs, their headstones, and around their grave look. You might want to come back out here and fix it up or whatnot. By looking at the video, you can tell if you need to come out here and refurbish your family members and your friends or whatnot. Andre Nunn. So that's Mr. Johnny Nunn right there. Maybe be some kin. Let me see, 1975, March 17th, 1975. Died February 22nd, 1996. Now, there we go. There we go. Now, is this person in their 20s? And maybe this is I'm going to say, because if Mr. Nunn up there was born in 1923 and he was born in 1975, so that must be the granddaddy. That got to be the granddaddy. Mr. Johnny Nunn got to be the granddaddy to Mr. Andre Nunn here, who was born in 1975 and passed away in 1996. So, Andre, 20 years old. You sure that's 20 years old? 75. Yep, 20. Yep, 20 years old. Passed away at... Now, here we go again. Here we go again. I got to say it. But, you know, I was corrected earlier. They could have died of cancer. Could have died of anything. You know, something health related. Could have been an accident. It could have been murdered. But when we see that these people died, and especially when you're 20 years old, I'm going to have to look Mr. Andre Nunn up and see if there's any newspaper. 21 years old. Yeah, that's what I thought. 21. I'm going to have to see how Mr. Andre Nunn passed away. And, you know, maybe somebody watching may want to look up these people and see how they passed away too. It's interesting how these people passed away. To me, it's interesting. Now, here it is. I'm stepping inside of something. Now, this is not even a tombstone. This here is made of wood. They got plywood. I think, ain't that's called plywood? Plywood, 4x4, I don't know. But they got this, the wood here, and they created. No, not necessarily. Mr. Nunn was likely Andre's dad. He would have been only 33 years old. Oh, so what you trying to say, that Mr. Mr. Johnny probably was 33 years old when he had Andre? So that's a possibility. Now, that probably was his daddy. Now, I could have been wrong, and I may be wrong, but yeah, if he was 33 years old at the time when Andre was born, then that got to be his daddy. That's his daddy. And I want to find out how he passed. I really do. And I'm going to look him up when I get back to the house. This one, check it out. Now, you got to check this out. And I think the person was trying to be creative, because they have this here, whatever this here is. Look at it. And it got screws coming up out of it. It's like they were trying to build something, or they had built something, and maybe the hurricane, the weather done took it away or swept it away. But they built their own, what we would call this here, not a headstone, tombstone, one of those things right there. They built one of those things right there. But they built it out of wood. Now, I got to find out who this person is, who family members, you know, I stepped in there and I went down. I went down when I went up in there, so I'm going to still get up in there, but, and guess who they some kin to? You ain't going to believe it. Guess who they some kin to? And we got to check out the name now. He's a nun. Look at that. He's a nun. Alonzo Nunn. April 25th, 1950 to May the 13th, 1998. A nun. Could you believe it? Look at that. Now, we're going to have to do the math on this. Could this be another one of Mr. Johnny's sons? Could this be Andre's brother? I mean, let's see. Let's do the math on this right here. Cause see, if they are brothers, and let me see, he died, and let me go on and do this here for the video. Alonzo Man, they called him nickname is Man. Nunn, April 25th. Wait a minute. 1950. So this ain't gonna be no brother. May 13th, 98. R.I.P. Okay. I'm trying to figure out. Alonzo was 48. So Alonzo was 48, but that was in 1998 when he was 48 years old when he had done passed away. So, and that was he was 48 years old in 98. So what you think? Do you think that Alonzo is Andre's father or brother or uncle? Or could we say that, we can say that Mr. Johnny, you know, he was born in 1923. Yeah, 1923 could be his father. Could be Alonzo's father. Alonzo was born in 1950. 1950. Mr. Johnny was born in 1923. Homeboy over here, Andre Nunn, he was born in 1975. Alonzo could be, you know what, when I look at the obituary, because now I got to look this here family up. And when I look at the obituary, then I'm going to see who was kin to who and who is who on the obituary. Okay, we says April 25th, my birthday. How did I end up here? Okay, slightly judgmental. All right, slightly judgmental. How did you end up here? April 25th, my birthday. Wait a minute. April 25th, your birthday? No. And you just joined in. And right when you joined in, here it is. We mentioned April 25th. You know, when I look at things, I be like, at that moment. It happened at that moment. That disturbs me. Every time something happened, it be at that moment. So why did you get on my channel? Your birthday is the same birthday as who we trying to figure out who some kin to who buried here that's part of the Nun family. And Mr. Alonzo, Mr. Man as they call him, same birthday as yours. Same birthday. It ain't no coincidence. You was meant to be here. Uh-oh, what's going on? Data warning you use, it's telling me I don't use too much. Wait a minute. Let me see how much. Uh-oh, my phone about to go dead. So I got to hurry up. Okay, Roxy Morris Nunn. Oh boy, here we go. And look, there's a picture of her. Let me get like this here so you can see it clear. There's a picture of her. Miss Wanda. Wait a minute. Wanda, her name Wanda Kathy Nunn Hillard. September 28, 1965 to May 13, 2009. And her thing is right here on Roxy Morris Nunn, 1922, May 8, 1922 to January 12, 2015. Why is it like this? I mean, is her birthday? I mean, is she, you know, maybe Roxy Nunn has a tombstone here. And maybe Wanda is cremated and put inside of the tombstone. But hold on, that can't be so, because Wanda passed away in 2009. Roxy passed away in 2015. So she was already here, or was she here? Maybe she was cremated and left on the shelf, and then when Roxy had them passed, they put her inside of the casket, or got her here with Roxy. Now let's do the date, cause my phone going dead. 1965, she was born in 1965, and Roxy was born in 1922. So the mother, we're gonna say that this was the mother. I'm gonna look this up and find out, but this was the mother. The mother kept her daughter ashes and told them that when I pass away, y'all put Wanda in the same plot as me and save us some money. And save us some money. See, somebody mentioned earlier on here, we don't spend a lot of money on the dead. Because see, it's the living that need the money, not the dead. And I got to go real quick now because my phone done ran dead. I hate that. Definitely when we doing good. Sharon, and her name spelled with 2 R's. Sharon. Sharon, is this a B? Sharon B. Norman, born May the 1st, 1955, passed away or died or was killed. We don't know because, see, here it is again, October the 13th, 1976. So she was 19 years old. 19 years old. Somebody tell me why. Why didn't she live to be 20 years old? She wasn't even an adult. 21 years old. Man, come on now. Did somebody take her life? Was somebody that mad that they would take her life and she don't even get to see her 21st birthday? Gosh, man, I'm getting hyped up. See, that's why I do what I do. And if any of you have any family members buried in Marion County, you want me to go look them up at a cemetery, hit me up on Find the Grave. Just type my name in, OnnisLee. Find me, tell me who your family member is, and I will go and look them up. Look at all these ants. Just look at the ants. But we're going to keep it moving, though. This is Miss Nettie B. Benton, 1905 to 1975. I got to do it quick because my phone is going dead. I think I got 10% more battery. But I'm going to use it all up. Now, these, look here. They don't have no tombstone, but they out here, though. That means somebody thought enough of these people to give them a proper burial. Now, I don't know why this one here is turned. Oh, it ain't turned to the west. But there's no name on it, so they've been out here for a while. But let's see if they've been out here for a while, because according to these right here that's next to them, maybe they may be some kin to each other. Emma Jane Brown. We're going to look these people up now, and I'm going to do a video later on. 1879 to 1966. 1879 to 1966. Yeah, she lived a long time. I ain't gonna do the calculation right now, but my boy, he might do it and put it in the comments for everybody that want to know how old she was when she passed away. 1867 to 1958. William Brown. So William Brown, and we have here Emma Brown. Emma Brown, she died in 1966, and he died in 1958. Okay, and they both was born in the 1867, Mr. Williams, and 1879, Miss Emma Brown. So, look like a 10-year difference there. And, oh boy, here we go. Who we got here? Ernest Benton, 1898 to 1955. 1898 to 1955. So, we talking about, what, 57 years? That's still young. That's still young. I got to make sure I got everybody. The phone is running out. Look at that. Look at the Washingtons. Look at the Washingtons now. We got Mother. I don't know how to pronounce this name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but y'all see it. Eloise Brown Washington. So she was born June 17, 1916. Passed away September 4th, 2010. Eloise Brown married to Frank Washington, which leaves her with the name of Eloise Brown Washington. She passed away in 2010. He passed away in 1986. Okay, let's do the math. Frank Washington Sr., December 27, 1905, May 10th, 1986. Now, those that's into the astrology and everything, I think he died during the Taurus month. Yeah, that was with the Taurus. Okay, so 1986 to 2000. So what, 30 years apart? They passed away 30 years apart. So did she? No, she didn't remarry. No, she died way after him, 30 years later. I know she didn't remarry. Frank, 81. So if Frank is 81 during the time, yeah, he was 81 during the time when he had done passed. But my God, he had done passed away he was 81 years old back in 1986. He was 81. So she, 2010, yeah, she didn't remarry. She was an older lady when he had done passed away. I don't know. But yeah, she didn't remarry. I don't know that to be true, but I'm just saying, you know, the way they roll, the women usually don't get married again. Definitely when they've been in love, they was in love with their husband. Yeah, and when they get buried side by side like that, and they been 30 years had them passed, yeah, she was in love with that man right there. She ain't get with nobody else. Yeah, she didn't. I don't know who this is, but, and I can't see because, yeah, it ain't giving me nothing. But we're gonna have to keep it moving real quick before the phone go out. Uh-oh, here we go again. Here we go again. What we got? Alan L. Hey, you got to move. I need the whole entire name and everything for Find the Grave. Nobody got this cemetery on Find the Grave, and I got to put it up there. Alan L. Howard, Florida, SP2. Now, where my homeboy at? You got to tell me, Mark. I got an SP2, 8057 Army Unit, Korea. Born November 13th, 1930. Died July 18th, 1955. So there we go again. 30. 25 years old. So we're going to have to say that he had done passed away. He got killed. I'm just going to say, Mr. Allen, I know you had to get killed. At 25 years old, and you was in the Army. Yeah. You had to be killed. I don't think he died from no cancer. 25 years old, yeah. He had to get killed. I'm quite sure. Army specialist. So SP2 is an Army specialist? Is that what that is, Salt? SP2. See, I'm gonna have to go back over all these comments so I can, and I don't even think they're gonna show the comments when I do the video. I mean, when the video posts, it ain't gonna show the comments. And I have to find out how, okay, Army Specialist 2. Oh, SP means specialist 2. Got it. Specialist. So I know the difference between the privates and the specialists. Yeah, low class. So you a special. Now, I wonder why he is a special and the other ones are private. I mean, do that mean that he passed away when they pass away or get killed? I mean, when they get killed in the military, that they give them a specialist title versus a PVT, a private? Because private probably mean that they didn't die in the war. Maybe the specialists mean that they died or probably died in combat. Yeah, he died in combat. 25 years old, he died in combat. Yeah, he got killed. Ain't nothing else, because you pretty healthy when you go into the war. I assume they'll accept you as in the military. You got to be pretty healthy. So yeah, he got killed. Eugene Brown, Alpha, March 18, 1912, Omega, December 27, 2006. I got to do a better picture than this for Find the Grave. Yeah, so I can do a snapshot and put them up there. Yeah, I want to thank everybody that joined in and those that commented, those that helped me out with my math. Salt and Pepper has been on here with me. John Benton. We had my boy Mark Spencer, slightly judgmental. Yeah, we had a pretty good crowd today that commented and let me know that they was a living being, that they was alive on the earth, and I appreciate that. And I got 9 likes. Never got any likes before, but I got 9 likes on here. Yes, sir. Edna B. Hardy, June 11, 1909 to June 12th, 2010. Now, ain't that something that you die the day after your birthday? The day after your birthday. But look, 1909 to 2010, what? That's about 100 years old. She was about 101. Alonzo was 48. Alonzo was 48. Okay. I gotta look for Alonzo when I get up off here. 48. So we can see who he was. But that's still young though. That's around my age now. My gosh. No, I ain't trying to die at 48. Edna B. Hardy, 1909 to 2010. And the birthday, she died a day after her birthday. Was this lady 100 years old, 101 years old? I mean, on the dot? Or am I calculating wrong? I think she was about 100 years old. Chestnut Funeral Home got paid off this grave here. There she go again at the bottom back there. Edna Hardy. Now, why would they do two headstones like that there? I ain't never see that one. Well, I did see that one before, but I got to keep it moving because there's a lot I want to say. Nathaniel Hawthorne, Hawthorne, Graham, Sr., February 13, 1951, born, passed away or died or was killed April 4th, 2012. Money maker. Y'all see it? It says he was a money maker. So what is that telling me? Alonzo for it. What was that telling me? A money maker. I don't want to say what's on my mind and what I think when I hear a money maker. To me, it's kind of like a go-getter. A go-getter, yeah, I don't want to say. But, because I'm going to get some backlash and I don't want that heat. I don't want that fire. Now, did we do? No, we didn't. We got to do this one. Virginia P. Isham, October 24th, 1922, August 17th, 2015. That person right there lived a long time. 2015, yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna do the math on that one. But I'm gonna look them up though. I'm quite sure they probably had done contribute to Marion County and in some type of good way. And we did the memory, making sure I did everybody. I don't know. Yeah, we did everybody. I'm just gonna walk through some people some faces that got faces on them. We just gonna walk through because the phone gonna cut off. So while I'm still got some phone, we gonna do some faces. Just gonna walk around to the ones that got some faces. Yeah. Y'all, we done did Madison, but I'm gonna do him again. And we talked about Madison. Y'all have to go and look up what we had and talked about. We had a good conversation about Mr. Madison. Yup. Who else? And then I'm gonna go back up to the front. Hopefully. Oh, yeah, here we go. Miss Louise, y'all remember her? Miss Louise, she died at a very young age. I don't think she got to see 52, 62, 72. She was 25 years old. Yeah, when she had not passed away. They go to the little baby right there that we never did get to see. And somebody else that's above that who we don't know who it is, but apparently the family is still coming out here. They just probably couldn't afford a headstone at the time. They probably gonna get one later on. And I'm quite sure. There we go again. We got Miss Joyce Heftlin. Yeah. Remember we talked about her? Yeah, she the one that that's her high school picture. She had died at a pretty young age as well. 57, 67, 77, 87, 97. So she was like 30-something years old. She didn't get to live that long. Let's see who else out here that got face. We looking for face. Because the phone is about to go out. And I'm about to go. I did not bring my charger with me. If I would have went to another cemetery. Did we just do him? I think we just did him. I'm not for sure. But now we finna go back. Oh, here we go. Did we just do her? I think I did. Yeah, that's Miss Altamise Grant. Miss Altamise Grant, she lived a pretty long time. But then again, yeah, I don't think she did. But yeah, it's not such a big cemetery. But I did cover everybody. Oh, look at here. And remember these, that's